What's up, you guys? Matt here with Texas Edge Home Inspections. Today's my day off. I got a project ahead of me. I'm gonna turn this piece of red oak plywood into a king-size headboard. My in-laws need a new headboard and I signed up for the job. I got this piece of plywood along with some other scrap wood I have around the garage. I'm gonna take you with me for a look at how I'm gonna put this thing together. So let's get after it. All right, so I've cut down the main part of the headboard, which is this oak plywood like I was talking about. And now I've got some primed boards that I'm gonna use for some trim that's gonna go around it. This is gonna be a two-tone headboard. I'm gonna stain the oak part and I'm gonna paint this prime board. It's gonna also be painted white, but anyway, it should contrast really well. But I'm gonna rip this down in the table saw and get it to the right size so that I can frame this out the way I want it to look. All right, here we go. All right, now that I have the main part of the headboard completed and I cut and ripped down all my pieces that I'm gonna frame around it, I've kind of laid everything out as they're gonna be. I still have some staining, some sanding, some staining, some painting to do before I can actually put it all together, but I thought I'd take you through it real quick. Come with me. So we have all of our primed white framing boards. You can see we're making three little like boxes. And here's like the legs of the headboard. And you've got your red oak back and then a red oak cap that I made for the top here. And so that is going to be the headboard. So I'm going to stain this kind of a wood color, a color to look like, you know, weathered oak, and then paint this white, and then we'll see the finished product in a little bit. Okay, so now on to the next step. I'm gonna stain the main part, the oak part of this headboard. Before I do that though, I've already sanded it down and got it nice and smooth, and I've blown it off with an air compressor just to get rid of any dust. But I'm gonna take a tack cloth and wipe it down really good to get any remaining debris that's on it off. And then we're gonna get to staining. I'm gonna wipe on the stain, let it dry, and then wipe off the excess. So let's get after it. I let the stain dry about 24 hours, and then I went and took all those white boards that I showed you and I attached them using wood glue and a brad nailer. But I saved you the video of that, and so we'll just cut right to the next part. Okay, so now I'm getting really close to the time to paint. I've gone through and I filled in all of my nail holes and sanded everything down nice. I wiped all this wood down with the tack cloth, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using my spray gun to paint all of this that's primed white already, actual true white. But I don't want to get any of that paint on this oak that I stained, so it's imperative, since I'm going to be spraying it, to tape this all off. And I'm going to tape all the edges, then I'm going to put some paper down in the middle and tape that on too. So it's a really tedious process. I really don't enjoy it, but it's an absolutely necessary element. So here we go. So since I'm gonna be painting soon, and these are gonna show up in the video, I thought I would tell you that while I was building this headboard, I decided, hey, I should build some nightstands too. So I took on that project, but I didn't take a whole lot of photos or video, but I'll take you through it, so take a look. Okay, so painting day's finally arrived, and I couldn't be happier because I want to get this project done and out of my garage. And I picked the most beautiful day to do this, which is awesome. We got great weather and very low wind outside, so it should be a perfect day for painting. So I got my spray gun ready and I'm about to mix up some paint and thin it out with a little bit of water and then get started. So here we go. Okay, so at this point, I'm pretty much completely done. The only thing left to do, I've attached the red oak cap to the headboard here, right here, and I got some, I did it with a nail gun, or a staple gun. So I had some holes from that, and I filled them in with some wood filler. So I'm gonna sand that smooth here in a few minutes when it dries, and then I'm gonna put the final coat of classic gray stain just on the top part of that cap, and then it is done. But we can't move it in the house for a couple of weeks because the house isn't ready. So I'll put up a post later on when we get the room all put together, and that way you can see everything when it's all done. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video now just by taking you through and showing you the finished product. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Matt, bye.